Hi everybody, I'm Leah of seejanedrill, and today I want to show you how to laminate a countertop. And I gotta tell you, you're gonna be really surprised at how simple a process it is. Now, behind me is the laminate we're gonna use. Okay, so what I have here is a piece of a commercial countertop. Now you may be asking yourself, well, Leah, if I can buy it, if I can purchase it in a home improvement store, why do I want to make one myself? Well, the reasons are simple. Let me tell you what they are. Now, I've got a piece of white laminate here, and that's what we're going to use today for demonstration purposes. But the beauty of laminate is you can get laminate in any color you want. You know, when you go to a home improvement store, you got basic colors, like maybe 3. But when you build your own countertop, well, then your choices are endless. They're as limited as your own imagination. So the other benefit of creating your own countertop is sizing. You know, you can cut it and design it to fit your own personal space, whereas when you go to a home improvement store, you're kind of stuck with what they give you. Okay, I have my laminate here. It's cut to size. This is our particle board. It's also cut to size, but I have to tell you, you don't want to cut your laminate exactly the same size as your particle board. You always want to have a little bit hanging over the edge because we're going to trim it later. I'm going to show you how that's done. Next we have our contact cement. Okay, now I've taken off the lid, but before we get started, you always want to make certain that you stir it up first. Now this is a gel contact cement. Okay, so we're going to start and we're going to roll it on. And what I'm going to do is I've got it flipped over, right? And I'm going to take my contact cement and I'm going to put a little dab right in the center there. Okay? Now I've got a roller here. It's just a regular old hot dog roller. You can apply the contact cement with a brush or you can use a roller. I'm going to use a roller because I want to speed the process up. And if you're doing a large area, of course, a roller is the way to go. So I'm just going to roll it on. One of the things that I want to say to you is very, very important that when you start the process of putting on the contact cement, that you put it on in a well-ventilated area. You want to really make certain that you coat the surface well and distribute that glue evenly. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to set this aside. It's time to repeat the same process on the particle board. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. It's going to take 15-20 minutes for this particular product. Just make certain that you read the manufacturer's instructions where it talks about drying time, because your drying time for your product may be different than this product. Alright, so I'm touching the surface of the back of the laminate and the contact cement is dry. Now I'm going to touch this. This is dry as well. Here's the thing about contact cement. Notice how it's dry. It's not like you're taking carpenter's glue, you're squirting it on a surface and then you're bonding 2 pieces of material together and clamping it and then waiting for that glue to dry. It doesn't work that way. Contact cement, it bonds to itself. So that's why I'm able to touch it with my hand and it doesn't feel wet. Now let me show you the rest of the process, because now it comes time to marry the laminate to the particle board. Okay, so what I have here are I have wooden dowels cut to size. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our wooden dowels and we're going to place those wooden dowels on top of the particle board. Now what these dowels do is they create separation between the laminate and the particle board. Now the reason why you want to create separation is because, again, contact cement, it bonds to itself and it bonds instantly and permanently. So you can't make a mistake. And what these dowels do is it gives you an opportunity to adjust your laminate just right before you press it into place. Okay, so I've got my wooden dowels in place. Now I'm going to take my laminate and I'm going to place it right on top here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make certain that my laminate is hanging off the edge all around the perimeter of the particle board, okay? So you notice that the dowels allow me to roll the laminate back and forth without coming in contact with the surface of the particle board. Now once you have everything the way you want it, okay, with a little bit of overhang around the perimeter, you start from the center. It doesn't matter how long the span of countertop is or how small it is, you always start in the middle and work your way out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the center dowel. I'm going to slide that right on out, and I'm going to press down firmly. Now once I've really got it going my way, I work it out toward the ends. So I'm applying good firm pressure. Now I'm going to move on to the next dowel, and I'm going to remove that dowel. And I'm going to continue to work my hands out. Now, it's going to get to the point where I'm going to want to apply even firm pressure. And there's a tool you use, and it's a roller. Come on in close, let me show you what the roller looks like. Now this is the roller we're going to use to roll out the laminate so we can apply nice firm pressure to it. Now rollers do come in a smaller size. Now I'm going to take my roller and I'm going to start applying firm pressure in all directions, okay? And I'm going to remove the last dowel. Now I'm going to work my way in the other direction. And I'm going to remove this dowel here. Now I'm going to remove my last dowel. Now I'm just going to roll over the entire surface. So I feel it's made real firm contact, and it has. So we've got our surface on there, right? Now it's time to trim these edges up so they'll come right up to the edge of the board. Now the way we do that is we use a router. We're going to use this router here, and we use a special bit. Okay, so this is our router bit, and what it's called a bevel trim bit. So this is the kind of bit that you're going to want to use in your router to trim up that laminate edge. Now, they make laminate routers, and those laminate routers are probably, I would say half the size of a regular router. This is a regular router, but those trim routers, okay, those laminate routers, this is a specialty router. You can use a regular router, and that's what we're going to do here today. So I'm going to put in my bit, and then we'll get going. Now I'm going to continue around to the other side. So the next step is to take a file, and we're going to smooth down the edges here a little bit, just very lightly. You're going to want to continue around the perimeter of your counter. Well, there it is. That's our nice, clean edge. Okay, so just keep in mind that this is a mock-up. If you're going to truly laminate a countertop at home, you're going to want to start with the edge first before you laminate the top. Now just keep in mind that the thickness of the side of the countertop is going to be a lot more beefy than what you're seeing here, because this is just a mock-up. So that's it. That's all there is to laminating a countertop. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, right? Didn't I tell you? I told you, didn't I? This is Leah saying that you can do this. See you next time.